Hey, Summer here, or Zhongwei Ling in Chinese, and this is my first YouTube video. So the way I see it, if I'm going to make a video, I better know what I'm talking about, maybe even be an expert. So when it comes to relationships, even the highly sought after, mysterious relationship with Chinese people, GuanXi, I've got you covered. I'm going to take you further than any video has done before. In fact, I'm going to define it a little better, clear up some mysteries, give you the secrets, and I'm going to do this in actionable steps so that by the time the video is over, you'll not only understand the secrets to GuanXi, but be on your way to becoming it. Buckle up, Buttercup. We got some work to do. For a deeper understanding of GuanXi, it's really helpful to take a look at the history and the characters. So let's start with the characters. You have two of them. The first one is Guan and the second Xi. And the first one, that character depicts a wooden gate or a barrier that symbolizes the act of closing or securing an entrance. The second character, Xi, illustrates a person tied to a thread. When you think about the symbolism here, GuanXi is dynamic, delicate balance between opening doors to opportunities and the nurturing and depth of personal ties. As far as the history goes, GuanXi can be linked to the challenging landscapes of China, and combined with the teachings of Confucius is where the idea came from. Because Confucius emphasized the communal well-being and selfless acts for the collective good. So, in a difficult environment where the terrain made it hard for self-reliance, it was really necessary for the community to rely upon each other for survival. As you can see, GuanXi has evolved to become a pivotal element in Chinese culture, embodying a deep-rooted tradition of fostering relationships and community cohesion. Now that we got that down, let's look into what it means in today's world. You probably noticed in other videos that GuanXi requires a little more than just like a drive-by intro, a meal, and the exchanging of gifts. Alright, how about some actionable steps? In order for you to start a relationship, you have to learn some things about it. And having a deep relationship means building on common beliefs. So, it makes sense that step one is to get some. Let's get some beliefs. Dive into their history, what they like, what they don't like, what has happened, what they fear, and become knowledgeable on anything and everything and keep this process kind of ongoing. Now let's move on to number 2. You need to focus on critical differences. This is so nobody gets hurt. For example, did you know that there's no English in Chinese airports? Or at least there wasn't 4 years ago when I was there. Or how about what is expected in Chinese business culture is actually deemed unethical in ours? And what do you know about the current relationship between America and China and Taiwan and China? So go ahead and focus on these differences, build your own safety net, and from there, we're now going to focus on common beliefs. Step 3. Learn how to take cultural differences, ways of seeing and thinking, and identify common ground within them and build upon them. Now, this is no easy task, especially when it comes to spontaneously validating what someone says to your face that takes you completely off guard. For example, what if you're talking about life after death? Most likely will, and they respond with reincarnation. Well, how do you agree and build upon that without lying if you are a Christian and believe in heaven? One approach could be saying, cool, I see that we both believe that when a person dies here, that's not the end. Not only does this skill help protect feelings and budding relationship, but also mirrors how relationships are forged. Focusing on similarity helps us connect specifically with each individual, which helps mitigate against cultural stereotyping and likely influences them to feel special and seen for who they uniquely are. 4. Enter their world. Chances are you're entering the conversation or business endeavor through someone you know that is already a part of the group that you'd like to build relationships with. And to move to step 5, you need to make a conscious effort to wean off your borrowed relationship by accepting all invitations if possible to eat and engage with your new companions. 5. Now it is your turn to extend the invitations and give of yourself. What do you have that you can freely give that they may want? And think the more intimate, the better. For me, it was my pleasure to teach English nationally and internationally. 6. Invite them to share in something that you love. This is you being vulnerable, as they may not like it, but that's okay. They will take note of how that interaction goes. 7. Because we love those we serve, invite them to serve you. This requires them to be vulnerable because they will be out of their comfort zone. It also allows them to experience your sincere gratitude for what they have done for you. This part must go well. Do not invite them to do something where failure has consequences that you cannot graciously accept. On the same token, do not extend an invitation that you cannot keep. 8. Become a part of them by falling in love with something that defines them. What is theirs that you love? Food? Traditions? For me, it was the language. And if you venture into learning Chinese characters, you will find that you won't just learn to read, but through reading, you are given the ability to see, even a new way of being. And what do we do with all of this work and love that has resulted in our new sight and our new way of being? 9. We give it back. When an opportunity arrives for you to share what you love with them, you will be able to authentically engage just by being you, no masks. And in that moment, they are not just learning about something that you love about their culture, they are discovering that there is something that you love about them because their identity is their culture. And by bringing into the present your love of something that is them through heritage, it's like they are seeing themselves now reflected through you. The secret to GuanXi is that there is no secret. It requires the same for you as it does for them. Understanding, sacrifice, time, and love. But there is something you should know. Using the principles of yin and yang, where opposites bring balance, what could be more powerful than two opposite cultures sharing space that was only afforded by love? I know of nothing else. This is someone that they could trust. Possibly someone that they could desire to give everything to, even their life. Go find your GuanXi so that GuanXi can find you.